Good morning once again. It is the 26th day of February right here in 2025. My name is Winfrey Agwilieshe and it's time for the news update on the Wake Up Nigeria set. We are monitoring developments at the National Assembly where the Senate has directed its Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions to take further legislative action against Senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, over last Thursday's outburst at the plenary. She expected to appear before the committee to explain and justify her actions according to the Senate's standing orders. Now, National Assembly correspondent Tijesu Adeoye reports.
Law, there's no sin, but we have laws.
Senator Yemi Adaramodu, spokesperson of the Senate, presented a formal report to the Senate on the reactions generated by the face-off between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan from Kogi Central and the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio. Senator Adaramodu highlighted the challenging task of correcting the public misperception of the incident and the difficulties in managing the Senate's image.
I want the leadership of the Senate to stand by the rules, and when infractions are being committed, because we can see a liturgy of it.
Adding his voice to the matter, the leader of the Senate reiterates that the Senate is an institution guided by rules and will not be allowed to be discredited under their watch. The leader of the Senate then moved a motion for a vote of confidence to be passed on the President of the Senate.
Our vote of confidence as a Senate, because this is not about you.
The leader of the Senate also moved a motion for the matter to be handled by its Committee on Ethics and Privileges.
It's nothing that has to do with gender. It's nothing that has to do with hatred. It's nothing that has to do with any form of malice.
I still want to repeat the apology that was rendered that day, because our rules are there, and these rules are rules that must be obeyed.
Emboldened by the vote of confidence from his colleagues, the President of the Senate read out the powers of the Senate President and the conduct expected from senators in the chamber.
If you want to be a senator, please learn that this is our guiding principle. All the things that they are saying outside, here, this book here gives the power to the Senate President to even suspend a senator for at least 14 legislative days without reference to any committee.
Senator Akpabio attributes Senator Natasha's outburst to lack of proper orientation about the rules of the Senate and directed the National Assembly to conduct a periodic orientation, especially for midstream lawmakers. The disciplinary committee, headed by Senator Neda Imaswen, is expected to carry out this assignment within 2 weeks and return to the Senate with its recommendation for further legislative action. Tijesu Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.
Tijesu. And over to sports, the second edition of the Africa Gaming Expo has begun, with the Lagos State government reiterating its commitment to combating underage gambling, now emphasizing its zero-tolerance policy for the menace. The second edition is expected to end on the 27th of this month, following its first edition in March 2024. In collaboration with the Lagos State Arts, Tourism and Culture and Association of the State Gaming Regulators, this year's edition will bring together the most innovative and exciting development in the African gaming.
When you look at the number of expatriates that showed up this year, it's 100% more than the first edition. So we're just growing bigger and bigger. And we're selling Nigeria, we're selling Lagos. So this should be the capital of entertainment and sport on the continent. So we're also bringing businesses and global operators, bringing them together, exposing the potential on the continent to them. So that's why this is very important. This is the biggest on the continent.
Compared to the last edition, we have speakers and panelists that total over 60, compared to like half of that number was what we had last year. So 2025, clearly it's an improvement over the first edition of age.
Lagos becoming the cultural center of Africa, and I think it's just the right place for them to anchor gaming in Africa, in Lagos. Lagos is the right place for tourism, in terms of market size, the right place, in terms of access to internet, broadband. Every other thing in the ecosystem that allows gaming to thrive is situated here in Lagos.
And that's all we're taking on news and sports updates for this hour. Do stay with us. There's so much more happening right here on Wake Up Nigeria.